Do you know what some of the dangers of using Zillow in Iowa are? In this video, I will tell you about the things that you need to look out for when buying a home using Zillow and some of the dangers you can run into while using Zillow in Iowa. Hi, this is Tony Lucan from the Living in Iowa team. And in this video, we talk about the website Zillow and how you can avoid some of the dangers and pitfalls that are on this site that most people don't know about. And I will go over these things from a buyer's point of view and tell you what you can do to avoid them. So let's get to the computer and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, guys. So here we are on Zillow.com. We're talking about the buying side, so I want to start with the tab. We got homes for sale, new construction, foreclosure, so on and so forth. You've probably been on Zillow before, so we're not going to go that basic. But the first thing I want to do is click on one of these houses. We're gonna start with this one, $470,000 home here in Des Moines. The first thing I want to do is go over. Here's all the different features, right? Price, our facts and features, price and tax history, monthly cost, down payment assistance, nearby schools, similar homes, neighborhood. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that it's a good website. There's nothing wrong with it, but we're talking about the dangers. So I want to go over the dangers. And the first thing I want to go over is monthly costs. Now, you see the $3,376. It may look within your price range. You're like, wow, I can buy a home at $470 because maybe you're wanting to stay under that $3,500 a month. Well, the thing about it is this isn't entirely accurate. And what I mean by that is you see the principal and interest. Well, there's only one number there. You have to hit this tab and then you kind of start to see the full picture here. They're basing this $470,000 home on a 20% down payment. Now, most buyers I work with aren't putting 20% down. Not to say there aren't any, but they're basing that off a 7% interest rate, right? So the thing about it is interest rates right now are about 6.5, what I've been seeing, maybe 6.6, 6.7. So you'll beat that by a little bit, but this 20% is pretty deceiving, and it's a danger that people may look at a house that they can't even buy. So I wanted to first go over that. On this one, we don't have a Zestimate, so I'm going to go to a different house just to show you what in a Zestimate where it says it. If you haven't seen it before, I'm sure most people have seen it, but right here is Zestimate, right? So that's a number they throw out there. Now we need to really go over Zestimates because for the most part, they are not accurate. They don't go over updates. They don't go over the school district. Is it on a busy road? Is it nearby your best schools in the area? All sorts of different things that you can't account for. Anything and everything. Zestimate's an algorithm. It's not meant to know all those things I just talked about. It's an algorithm. So unless your house is a cookie cutter, every house is the same, which, let's face it, that's not how existing home sales goes. This is why you should consider working with the top relocation team in the state with us at the Living in Iowa team, or you should reach out to an agent you know, like, and trust. Our information should have come across your screen. Reach out anytime. We love helping people make a smooth move to Iowa. So I want to go over Zestimate, and to go over this, you got to go to Sell and go see your home Zestimate. And this will kind of describe what Zestimate. So you have all sorts of stuff. You can enter your address. It's got all these different features, but what I really want to go into is how accurate is this estimate? Because we need to know, is it even accurate in order to even give it any weight or any credibility in looking at a home, and basing an offer on the Zestimate or not. So I want to start by reading the Zestimate's median error rate for on-market homes, which are listed homes nationwide, is 3.2%, meaning Zestimates or half of all on-market homes are within 3.2%. So only half of currently listed homes are within 3.2% of the ultimate sale price, and half are not. So that means only half of them are within 3%. So a $300,000 house, you're looking at $9,000 that only half of them are within. and the other half are outside of that. If you're at 500,000, you could be looking at 15,000 within only half of them within that. And so the other part is for non-off-market homes that are not currently listed. We're not going to go over that because that's getting in the weeds.
If you are getting value, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so anytime we come out with a new video, you are notified. If you are curious about moving to Iowa and wanting to see if you can handle all of the offers, then watch this video linked above as we discuss avoid moving to Iowa unless you can handle these 15 facts. Now let's get back to the video.
All right, guys, I clicked on Zestimate, and this is what is a Zestimate. We don't really need to go. Everyone knows it's basically Zillow's opinion and their algorithm that decides on how much your house is worth. It's not an appraisal. Like I said, it can't be used in place of an appraisal. So that says a lot right there. Full disclosure by Zillow. It's definitely a danger. Those estimates are a danger, and we're going to go into these numbers right here. So within 5% of sale price, so only 81% of homes in Iowa, according to Zestimates, are correct. So 19% of them are outside of 5%, which means a $300,000 home is 5% of that is $15,000. So it could be 19% of homes are outside of this threshold. Depending on the price point, that's pretty significant. And then we go to 10%. And only just short of 94%. So over 6% of homes are outside. So a $300,000 house, we're looking at over $30,000 off on price. And this is 20% and only 97.3. So that's 60,000 they could be off. So that's according to a $300,000 home. Now, I don't want to say that Zestimates are complete garbage and all those things that some agents may say. It has its place, but you got to understand it's algorithm. So unless your home is a cookie cutter, like we talked before, and there's no differences in each home, they're in the same neighborhood, same exact style, same exact layout, all that stuff. But you got to understand that that's not reality. Reality is every house is in a different area, different neighborhood. Is it on a busy road? Does it have the right school? Do you like the layout? Do you like the updates in the house? Is it modern? Is it the way you want it? Does it have a sunroom? Does it have a fenced-in backyard? Does it have all these different things add up very quickly? It's just no way you can be completely accurate unless you know the area. And that's why I think it's so vital that you reach out to a local expert in this area, whether it's us in the Living in Iowa team or anyone that you know. And we're going to talk more about this here in a little bit, but that's what I wanted to start off with going over. And now I do want to get back to more about, to me, the most important part of all this. Zestimates, we just showed what they're made for, what they are. Should you trust them? That's up to you. I'm not here to decide for you. But I do want to go back to this house and kind of run through. If you do like the home, it's within your price budget, you love the pictures, but now you just want to see it, right? You hit this request tour button and you request this time, whatever time works for you. Now you enter your name, phone number, email. Now this is going to get sent if you're not aware as a buyer. It is important to know this though. Do not stop watching the video right now, please. This is very, very vital. If you get anything from my video, I hope you listen to the rest of this video because we're going to go over this. So there's two different people you're looking at. You're getting a buyer's agent, right? So either A, the buyer agent has paid Zillow to be put in a pool of leads and their number could be called once this gets entered. Zillow gets that money up front. They don't owe anything, right? Then there's also a way where you get connected with what's called a Zillow Premier Agent. I was one, so I know about this. And it's very vital at the end of this, what I'm about to tell you. But on that case, Zillow is sending it to another pool called Zillow Premier Agents, and they're paying on once it closes. So if you close on a home with that agent owes Zillow anywhere from 25% all the way up to 40%, I've seen. So just so you are aware where your money is going, Would you rather have in a local agent where you're going to be living, where they're going to be spending their money, where all the money is going to be spent, or would you rather it go to, I think it's in Washington State that Zillow headquarters are at, and they're getting anywhere from 25 to 40%. So that's their goal, is to get you to reach out to a buyer's agent. This way, they collect their 25 to 40%, and it's all good, and they get their money, and it's probably going outside of your market. So that's what I want you to know first and foremost, but there's more to this, and we'll get into this. I'm going to step outside. We're going to go over the rest of this. I think you're really going to find this interesting and hopefully know another danger, and probably the biggest danger, if you ask me, of using Zillow in Iowa.
The last thing I want to cover, and arguably the most important thing to know about buying a home with Zillow in Iowa and really anywhere, is the commission splits and how that can affect your purchasing experience. In 2021, I was what you would call a Zillow Premier agent with my last brokerage, and I helped 25 people buy homes from websites like Zillow, most of them being from Zillow. That's why I want to give you the truth on buying a home using Zillow. First thing you need to understand is what Zillow is wanting you as the consumer or buyer to do, and that is to connect with an agent or a buyer's agent. Why do they do this? That's because Zillow makes a crap ton of money off of either agents paying them upfront to get your contact information and answer that phone, or they take a big chunk of buyer agent commission when they close on a home, or you as the buyer. I was that agent that Zillow took a big chunk of my commission check in 2021. Zillow takes a whopping 25 to 40% of each transaction you do with that agent for up to 2 years. That means if you are also selling and want to use that same agent to help you sell, which most people do, then Zillow is also taking 25 to 40% off of that commission as well. That causes that agent that you're using from Zillow to have to stick to a higher commission percentage if you also list with them. Because after paying Zillow, then their brokerage and taxes after that, it leaves the agent with a lot less than what most people may really think. This is why finding an agent in the area you want to buy a home is crucial, as from my experience, it is much easier on you, the buyer, to pick your agent by the means you choose, whether that is looking at reviews, finding a local realtor from YouTube, an active agent on social media, word of mouth from trusted friends and family. All in all, you really should pick your own agent. It's going to be the best for you and your buying experience.